はい、それでは前回までの続きやっていきましょう。というわけで K.Y.G チャンネルの K でございます。順番をいろいろと間違えた。さて、とりあえず遺跡は見つけたんだ。遺跡入り口は見つけて入ったんだけども、どこに行ったらいいのかがわからない。上に行ったらいいのか。こういうことか。よし。あとはこっちに行けば OK かな。わー、敵がいっぱいいたー。うっ、あっちあっちだ。よいしょ。お、意外と柔らかい。おお、なんだ今の。 OK。 意外と柔らかいものの、こいつら毒吐いてたな。毒吐く代わりに柔らかいよみたいな、そんな感じ。どういう等価交換まあいいや。さあこの先、行けばいいんだろうけども、これなんかジャンプできそうじゃない？あ、登ることできないんだ。なんかふんふん聞こえるよね。獣がいるよみたいな。もうモンスターいるっていう音がしてるもん。ふんふん言ってるもん。多分狼系の何か。全然違ったわ。そっといけるのでは。いけませんでしたね。全然いけなかったわ。硬いなおめえは本当によ。もう一撃。全然避けられなかったわ。避けれる戦闘は避けていくっていうスタイルでちょっとやっていきたいんだけども。っていうのもね、サイドミッションやってたらね、レベルガンガン上がっちゃって37なんだよね今。だからちょっとなんか上げすぎちゃったっていうことがないように、あんまり上げたくないんだけど、まあちょっとレベルアップがステータスになんかおえじゃこりゃ。びっくりしたー。何にもなしムービーとかマジすごくないこれ。絶対これサムネでしょさてどちらに行けばよろしいので、こっちかな。よいしょ。わーお、こんにちは。いった。こいつ体力やばくない？よいしょ。回復。オッケー。ちゃんとまだいるね、いっぱい。なんかしれっと行く方法とかないのかな？ないよね。戦いましょうか。この尻尾系ほんと嫌い。よいしょ。痛い。走行だけでも OK。 よいしょ。オッケー。はい、銃を使うことを覚えました。っていうのもね、今まではねちょっとスキルが足りなくて両手剣全振りとかやってたんだけど、ちょっとスキルポイントが余り始めたから銃のスキルも上げてってるっていう感じだね。こっちで合ってんの？降りちゃった。ちょっと反対側は 反対側から行ってみようよ。あ、とはいえど何者。うわびっくりしたよ。あ、痛い痛い痛い痛い。だから俺びっくり系ほんとダメなんだって。よくないよ。いや本当によくない、びっくり系は。びっくり系だけはやめてほしい。いや遠回りしてみたけどろくなことなかったな。めっちゃ落ちたぞ。合ってたのかこれで。あ、どっちにしろ合ってるっぽいな。あーはーはー。うん、変わんないっぽいね。うわ、骸骨いっぱいあるんだけど。この上はよくわかんないね。まあ、いっか。さてさて。ビンバール。
Finally, we've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the sanctuary. It can't be far from here.
さあ、ようやく神のふもとまで来ましたね。
Bloodied feathers.
They are extremely long. I know of no species of bird that sports such plumage.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun his transformation. He will soon become a guardian of the mountains.
なるほど。フェニックスみたいになるのかな、鳳凰みたいな。
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
その言ってる大きな羽ってどれのこと？あ、これか。これそんな大きいの？そんな大きいのかこれ。どうせならもっと大きくしてほしかったな。なんか BGM 的にすごい神聖な場所に来ましたみたいな感じがするね。一応キャンプがあるっぽいな、あっちに。ハテナマークがあった。てかこれハテナマークにする意味あるのかな。あ、違うじゃん。スキルじゃん。今の俺なら登れるんだよ。全然言えねえんだ最近。ろれつが回んないんだ。よっしゃー、ありがとうございます。よいしょっと。
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
この道で合っていると。まあ、ほぼ一本道だったからな。来たー。
We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar must be here. I hope he'll agree to help us enter the heart of the mountain. All that remains is to find a way to get in.
なるほどね。
This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed.
お
He
や
knows how to protect his home.
おやおやおやおや。今回は親切だ。びっくりマークが出る。
It resembles the one that
あ、
protects
こっ
the
ちにもあんじゃん。
passage
あ、
to
っていう
Mev's
か
sanctuary.
キャンプがある。
This must be
気
where
をつ
I
け
need
と
to
こう。
place the seed.
気をつけておかないとね。
And here is another altar. Are two seeds necessary
なる
to
ほど。
open the
2
passage?
つ必要。
How can we learn which plant seed is required?
あー、壁画か。
Vinbar was distant. He spoke little. Only one person shared both his love and his secrets.
You're right. We need to find this Sarah. The seed that I have is not enough. I need to find Sarah. She might be able to help. Let's return to the village. The seed that I have is not enough. I need to find Sarah. She might be able to help. Let's return to the village.
いや、セラ絶対助けてくんないでしょ。だって、あれだぜ。罠仕掛けて俺らのことボコボコにしようとしたんだぞ。絶対助けてくんないよ。あ、やった。教授のメッセージゲット。お、みんなジャンプできるの？助走いるんだ、ちゃんと。おもろいな。あ、なるほどね。一回村に戻らなきゃいけないから、ここにキャンプがあるんだね。ファストトラベルができるように。優しいね。優しいよ。 セラを見つけて質問する。ちょっと待って。俺今クエスト何受けてんの？あ、そういうことか。じゃあ先にセラを見つけて質問しよう。さて、セラはどこだ？
Sarah doesn't seem to have returned to her village. Someone here might know where to find her.
These village folk are not the talkative type. It would be a waste of time.
We must find Constantine. The High King can wait.
おう、なるほど。そうなの？じゃあセラは後回しでコンスタンティンを探そうって言われちゃったね。言われちゃったので、じゃあちょっと急遽になるけど、コンスタンティンを探そうの方に、クエストをシフトしようかな。ごめんね、なんか。じゃあ、コンスタンティン探しに行きます。さ、じゃあ、いいとこを探しに行きましょうかね。やっぱダメ？戦わないといけない？できるだけ戦わない方向性でいきたい。そんな今日この頃の K 君でございます。よいしょ。多いなあ、痕跡が。
The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts. And most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
痕跡をたどる。
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
なんじゃここは。
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Hmm? これは？
This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? The crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
じゃあこっちに行くしかないのかな。痕跡をたどる。大丈夫なのかなっていうか、コンスタンティン体調が大丈夫なのかな。
Footprints. They must have fled this way.
うわ、燃えてんじゃん。
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
半分
These
石
weapons
炭
are in
か。
terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
多いね。
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
おや？人がいる。
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else?
くそ、めちゃめちゃにされてんじゃねえかよ。コンスタンティンは無事なのか？
Footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
この剣強そう。他に何か痕跡はないか。ないな。おや？これ戦利品か。もうちょっと行ってみる
There
か。
are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
わーお。
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any
嘘。
sign of Constantine or Cats.
嘘。痛い。投げろ。投げられたのは俺だよ、バカチンが。オッケー。おりょりょりょりょりょりょ。こんなになんかやばい獣たちがいっぱいいるところでコンスタンティンたちが無事な気がしないんだけど、大丈夫なのかな。岩？岩が崩れてきたとか言っとった
These
な。
rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? Maybe he was in need of treatment. But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I think you're wasting your time. I know the captain of that outpost. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain of total victory without losses.
Perhaps. Unless he was simply obeying orders. It does belong to the Coin Guard, after all. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
よし、じゃあ結局はこの地にはもういないということだね。よし、同盟の前哨基地で調査する。これが一番場所的にも近いね。これ先に行こう。よし、ぼちぼち見えてきたな。すごいな、この基地。
Colonials. You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desarde. I am legate of the congregation of merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantine d'Orsay, the island governor of the congregation of merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died, but we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive, wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
His Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
His Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive long if someone doesn't help him. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
なるほど、なるほど、なるほど、なるほど。俺絶対なるほどって言ってるな。よし、じゃあ証言を。ちょっとせっかく生きて戻ってきたのにね、いきなり証言を求められてもちょっとかわいそうだけど。
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
やけどに効く最高のポーション。何それ。作らなきゃいけないっぽいけど、多分作れないよね、俺。多分ね。お、作れるわ。ラッキー。科学の力レベル1でよかったんだ。運が良かった。
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
23時間待つと。24時間か。まあ、待つのはいいんだけど、普通に、まあ、寝るなりなんなりして、待つのはいいんだけど、まあなんか時間がもったいない気がするよねってことで、これか。回復を待つ、生き残った人の証言を集める。これいこうか。あれ俺あ、これどっちも一緒か。この二つは。これか。よし。あ、兵士が回復するまであと2時間になっちゃった。カタザッハはどこだ？
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Almenawi. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded, and your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Donegal. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Donegad must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals, the earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them, that they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
I have to go.
結局全然だったな。じゃあ、カタザッハは裏切ってはないのか。裏切ってる可能性は低いって感じだね、まだ。さて、それでは兵士が回復したかどうかはちょっとわからないけども、24時間経ったということで証言が聞けるかどうか行ってみましょう。元気？起き上がってんじゃん。
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days, and we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasach and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals that seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and all the soldiers fell one after the other. Oh, I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
おー、なんかわけのわからないところから攻撃されたっぽいね。もはや敵がわからないという身に覚えのない角度から攻撃されたのかな。
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
旅のご無事をって。で、次がこれか。ダレンに聞く。ダレンって誰？ん？なんか変なこと言ってる。結局行かなきゃいけない場所は今どこなんだ？ここか。ディジー電線のキャンプ。ここか。ここか、ここ。ここな。敵なんだよな、ここ。まあいい。行こう。これだけやったら、今日の動画終了になりそうだね、時間的に。よーし、到着だね。そしたら話を聞きに行こうか。ここの人たちは全員敵な気がするけど。敵じゃない。いつの間に？前来た時、全員に敵対視されたんだけど。なんでだろう。友達になったのかな。そんなわけないけど。
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkdaren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
カタザッハ死んじゃったのってことだよね。マジで。じゃあコンスタンティンはなおさらどこにいるの？コンスタンティン何してるの？ますますわからなくなってきたな。どういうことだ？死後硬直みたいな感じになってんじゃん。
Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
直感なかったわ。
I can give a detailed examination of the corpse. It is a task that I have been trained to perform.
gladly cede the privilege.
We note a great number of large blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open and then collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of knowledge we possess.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want, judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
結構山場だな。難しそうだな、これは。この問題を解決することは非常に難しそうだ。なんか通れそう。
I can't do that.
無理だった。じゃあしょうがないね。会いに行くしかないね。なんかちょっと怖いけど。おら、無理やった。よし。じゃあキリがいいのでこの辺にしようか。 はい、それではここまでのご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、高評価、その他もろもろしてってくれるとすげえ嬉しいです。それでは次回の動画まで待ってな。